Hey there, howdy folks, T-Rev here, revving it up, fired up and excited. Blessings to you. Happy Friday, April 17th, 2026. God bless you in your endeavors. May He fill your coffers with abundance and resources, and may your path be smooth and straight. The Lord yesterday told me to take a look at Hezekiah. I was going to put this message out yesterday, but I've been still chewing on it because when I started looking into Hezekiah, his story is in 2 Kings, his story is in 1 Chronicles, and his story is in Isaiah 36 through 39. Interesting thing about him is during his reign, he's faithful. During his reign, he's encouraging people to be faithful. The Assyrians come and they're like, we've destroyed everybody else. We're going to destroy you. And we need to talk to your people so that they have the opportunity to hear this, because we're gonna destroy them all. But if they surrender, if they don't fight us and they just let us take them over, then we're going to give them all this great stuff. And that's exactly how the enemy operates. If you stop trusting God, I'm going to give you all this great stuff, but it's not true. And Hezekiah says, no, don't say anything. We're going to trust God. And then the angel of the Lord deals with it. They don't even have to deal with it. And the Assyrians run back and they scatter, and the whole thing falls apart on them. Then Hezekiah falls sick, and it's the word from Isaiah is you're going to die. And then Hezekiah pleads with God. God gives Hezekiah 15 more years on the earth, and Hezekiah is happy about that. And then towards the end, he gets a message from Isaiah that says, Babylon is going to come and take even your offspring and turn them into eunuchs. And Hezekiah says at the end of his words, at the end of Isaiah 39, he says, the word of the Lord that you have spoken is good, for he thought there will be peace and security in my days. This is the problem. This is the problem. Well, as long as it's okay when I'm alive, as long as it's okay and things are good right now, who cares about people in the future? And we need to really start changing our attitudes and perspectives. Unfortunately, it looks like a lot of our leaders in the world have Hezekiah's kind of attitude that, well, as long as it's good right now, then it's fine. You know, traditionally Native Americans would make big cultural decisions trying to take into consideration what this would look like 7 generations down the road. And we need to start thinking a lot more like that, because we can hardly think past the end of our nose. And I got a big one, but still, we have a hard time thinking even past, tomorrow, next week, whatever. We need to start thinking about how our decisions affect people down the road, because roughly then in Hezekiah's situation, roughly, maybe a Bible scholar can correct me, but roughly about little over 90 years later, you've got Nebuchadnezzar taking them into captivity, Daniel, and turning them into eunuchs, and now they're in captivity for a long, long time, because he didn't put his foot down again and say, well, no, not just because it's good in my generation, I want it good in other generations. And so when you hear God say, I'm going to protect Judah and Israel because of my servant David, that's because he had generational blessing in mind. I know this was a little bit longer one, but there was a lot to dissect, a lot of chapters and stuff. I hope this blesses you. Remember to take into consideration generations beyond us when we're making our decisions, not just our generation, not just peace in my time, but multi-generational blessing. A good man, the Proverbs says, a good man, a good person leaves an inheritance to his children's children. God bless you. I hope this brings value and you could stick it out for one that's twice as long as normal. Please subscribe, like, and comment. God bless.